right, let's get you more reaction to the allegations that have been made by Lieutenant General Lt Mkhwanazi, and I'm joined now by Independent Policing Union of South Africa's Mpho Kwinika. Mpho, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us at such short notice. Extraordinary allegations, and I think in some what I picked up that came out of there is that the work of the political killings task team in KwaZulu-Natal and elsewhere, including in Gauteng, is being sabotaged. And part of that sabotage goes as high as people in the office of the minister, and perhaps includes communication that may involve the minister himself, along with other unsavory characters, let's call them that for now, and going as far as to accuse the Deputy National Commissioner for Crime Detection, Shadrack Sibiya, of being a criminal. What have you made of what you've heard in the last hour and a half or so?
Good day, sir. Very disturbing news, very foreign in the rank and file within the South African police service. We don't know what has happened to discipline within this environment, because these are issues which the top brass of the South African police service were supposed to have sat around, deal with them, and have the National Commissioner of Police coming out to the public and inform them about the way forward. It is unfortunate now that these issues, which really have evolved around the issue of trust, the issue of discipline, of course, which, if not properly handled, it may simmer down to the ordinary rank and file.
Was there no inkling on your part that there's a general condition of mistrust among the police top brass? We saw recently the arrest of the crime intelligence boss, Dumisani Khumalo, and others. And the provincial commissioner in KZN, Lt Mkhwanazi, alludes to that, the arrest of Mr. Khumalo, the crime intelligence boss. Did none of this give you an inkling that there could be something amiss that's going on within the top brass, the top leadership?
We have always been talking about these issues, and I think, of course, the issue of crime intelligence have always been in the center of the current rift that we see amongst the leadership of the South African Police Service. And this issue has been coming for quite some time. But look, we are running a national department which has got a duty to ensure safety and security to all the inhabitants of this country. And IPUSA has always been of the view that discipline, regardless of how difficult issues are, discipline, command and control, and following up the prescripts that are there within the service are meant to be followed at all times. But we also want to make a special call to all the wearing factions within the South African Police Service to put the service first and the South Africans, because that is what they are there for. The issues and problems which we have in the South African Police Service, not only at that level, I think from the lower levels as well, they need an urgent attention so that the service is in a position to be able to carry out its constitutional mandate, which is to ensure safety and security to all inhabitants.
So how should we respond, just generally as South Africans, but also those in the leadership of the state? What should be the immediate response to some of what Lieutenant General Lt Mkhwanazi has said? These are serious allegations of sabotage of the work of the political killings task team, allegations that there's communication between officials and the minister and elements outside of the state, malign forces outside of the state. With the crime situation that we face, what should be the immediate reaction? Do you believe that the allegations as made deserve a thoroughgoing investigation?
Look, the conduct of the police must be beyond reproach, and no one must doubt what we do. And now that these issues are in the public space, we expect the National Commissioner of Police, and we say this because we said this even last week when crime intelligence officials were taken to task for their misconduct. We wanted the National Commissioner of Police to come to the public, straight to the public, and inform them that things are well. And if he does not say anything about this, then the issues that the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal has raised, it means they will stand. Now, we need to be led. The South African Police Service needs to be rescued from these mudslinging attacks. And the only person who can do this is the National Commissioner of Police. We want to see him out in the space and come back and inform the public that the South African police, there's no crisis in the police. But if he does not say anything, then the public are going to have a very serious problem with policing. Remember, Sizwe, every day police officers are knocking at our doors. And we believe that our police officers are not criminals. We are being stopped on the road every day. And we believe that the people who are stopping us on the road are police officials. But if we take what General Mkhwanazi has said now, would you blame the public if they start repelling against good policing in our country, refusing to open doors for proper searches, and even refusing to be stopped on the road by these police officers? We will not blame them. So we expect the National Commissioner to really come out to the public and assure South Africans that everything is well.
So I hear the point and the call you are making about the importance of the leadership of the National Police Commissioner, Fandima Semola, and that's an important point. But as far as the allegations go as high as the minister, what should happen in that instance? Who should be acting? Do you believe that the minister himself should come out and speak and say something as soon as possible? Or do you believe that actually this should be at the level of the president to see what action needs to be taken to, at the very least, protect the integrity of the SAPS?
Look, the allegations that are made, which involve these senior police officials and executive minister, or the executive, the minister of police, the president of the country on both. And I think because he appoints the National Commissioner of Police, if the National Commissioner of Police is not coming out because of the involvement of the minister and its name in this, the president must take leadership. The president must come out and speak to South Africans about it. But look, the issue of investigations of crime, if the minister is involved, I don't think there is anything that he can do now other than to allow the proper process to embark on the investigation of those allegations that are made publicly.
Yeah.
But two people in policing would expect the National Commissioner of Police to come, but because of the involvement of the Minister of Police, this will be properly handled by the presidency.
Lastly, Mr. Kwinika, just reflecting on what we've heard this morning, at the beginning of this afternoon as well, how does it square up with the realities that you understand to prevail within the various units that are mentioned? Crime intelligence, organized crime, as well as the various task teams, the political killings task team. How does it square up with the environment of trust or mistrust as you understand it? Earlier on in our conversation, you used the word factionalism. Does this square up with what you know to prevail within these entities?
They need each other. They need to work together. Crime intelligence plays a very crucial role in ensuring that proactive policing and reactive policing works optimally. And the police in those proactive and reactive policing cannot do anything without the assistance of crime intelligence. So is organized crime. So what is important now is that the issues, because I have already alluded to issues of discipline, these units, I can tell you today, they will not function as they used to function before. Those who are from organized crime will not see any need to go to crime intelligence and seek their expertise. So if crime intelligence will have or develop an attitude to say, we are not going to give them what they need, so what? At the end of the day, the people who suffer is the South Africans. Now, in order to salvage all of these things that are remaining in there, we need an urgent attention from the leadership, whether in the police itself or in government, to make sure that all these units, which cannot work in silo, need to be encouraged to continue and do that which they have been trained to do.
All right, I've got to thank you for your time this afternoon. That is Mpho Kwinika of the union, the Independent Policing Union of South Africa, IPUSA, reacting there to the news coming out from that briefing by Lieutenant General Lt Gen Mkhwanazi.